The film opens by reminding us the harrowing conclusion of the Fellowship of the Ring. Gandalf's fall in the mines of Moria, Boromir's death, and the splitting of the Fellowship have left our heroes scattered. Frodo and Sam have ventured into the desolated wilderness of Emyn seeking a secret path into the Dark Lord of Mordor. Meanwhile, Frodo and Sam find themselves lost, desperately seeking a way into the Mordor. It is here that they encounter Gollum, a creature once known as Sméagol, who has been following them, drawn by his obsession with the ring. After a brief struggle, Frodo decides to spare Gollum's life, believing he can guide them to Mordor. This choice sets up a complex relationship with Sam, distrusting Gollum, while Frodo shows pity and understanding, sensing the corruption that the ring wrought on Gollum could also consume him. Back with Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli, we follow the relentless pursuit of the Uruk-hai captors across the plains of Rohan. Their journey brings them into the land of the Horse Lords, where they meet Éomer, a marshal of the Riddermark, who informs them that his company has destroyed the Uruk-hai riders, but there is no sign of the hobbits. All hope seems lost until Aragorn discovers signs indicating that Merry and Pippin escaped into the nearby Fangorn forest. Deep within Fangorn forest, Merry and Pippin are introduced to Treebird, a wise and ancient ant resembling a giant walking tree. And through Treebird, the hobbits learn about Saruman's betrayal and his destructive plans to tear down the forest for war. Merry and Pippin urge Treebird to join the fight against Saruman, planting the seed for the Ents' eventual awakening. As Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli search Fangorn, they are startled by a white figure who appears to be Saruman. However, this figure is revealed to be Gandalf the White. We return to the scene where Gandalf's epic fight with the Balrog. Gandalf the Great fights violently. They both fell into the deep abyss, and then into the peak of Zirak-Zigil, where Gandalf emerges victorious. He is resurrected as Gandalf the White, reborn with great power and a new purpose. Gandalf informs them of the growing threat Saruman poses from his fortress at Isengard and urgent need to aid the kingdom of Rohan against Saruman's rising army. Together, they ride to Edoras, the capital of Rohan. The kingdom of Rohan is under the dark influence of Saruman and his spy, Grima Wormtongue. King Théoden has been weakened and manipulated by Wormtongue's whispers. Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli arrive at Edoras and confront Wormtongue. Gandalf uses his power to free Théoden from Saruman's spell, restoring the king's vitality and will. With Saruman's forces advancing, King Théoden decides to evacuate his people to Helm's Deep, an ancient fortress that has never fallen. The journey is perilous, with Saruman's wolf-like bark riders attacking the Rohan refugees. During the battle, Aragorn is thrown over a cliff and presumed dead, but he survives and makes his way to Helm's Deep, arriving just in time to warn of the approaching Uruk-hai army. On their journey, Frodo, Sam and Gollum traverse the treacherous dead marshes haunted by the faces of the dead. They narrowly avoid detection by a ring raid. Gollum leads them towards Mordor, but they are captured by Faramir, the brother of Boromir. Faramir learns about the ring and, like his brother, is tempted to take it to Gondor, believing it could save his city. However, after seeing Frodo's devotion and witnessing the ring's corrupting influence, Faramir ultimately decides to let them go, realizing that the ring must be destroyed. The climax of the Two Towers takes place at Helm's Deep, where Rohan's army, vastly outnumbered, braces for an assault by Saruman's 10,000-strong Uruk-hai force. The battle begins with arrows flying and siege ladders raised. The defenders fight violently, with Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli and King Théoden leading the charge. Despite their bravery, the Uruk-hai breach the fortress walls with explosive devices, and all seems to be lost. In the midst of chaos, Gandalf arrives at dawn with Éomer and the Rohirrim, turning the tide of the battle. They charge down the mountainside, scattering Saruman's forces and securing a victory for Rohan. The siege of Helm's Deep stands as the testament to the strength and resilience of the free peoples of Middle-earth. Inspired by Merry and Pippin, Freebird gathers the Ents for an assault on Isengard. Saruman's fortress, once a symbol of industrial power, is besieged by the wrath of nature. The Ents uproot trees, smash stone walls, and flood Isengard by diverting the river. Saruman's orcs are defeated, and his stronghold is reduced to ruin. Merry and Pippin celebrate their victory, realizing the strength and importance of nature's guardians. Frodo and Sam reach the ruined city of Osgiliath, where they face a terrifying Nazgul. Frodo, momentarily overcome by the ring's power, nearly falls into the Nazgul gasps, but Sam saves him. Gollum, feeling betrayed by Frodo's trust in Faramir, begins to plot against his new master. Gollum's plan to lead Frodo and Sam to the giant spider Shelob is set in motion, revealing the true danger that lies ahead. Frodo and Sam continue their journey towards Mount Doom, with Gollum as both guide and traitor. Aragorn, Gandalf, Théoden, and the survivors of Helm's Deep prepare for the war with Sauron's forces, knowing that the battle for Middle-earth is far from being over. And that's how the movie ends.